Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Ali Natasha binti Azmi, and today I'm going to discuss on the topic of salient Sharia issues in the contemporary application of Murabahah. So, what is Murabahah? Basically, Murabahah is a cost plus sale where the seller clearly states the original cost of the item and adds a pre-agreed profit margin. So this transaction can either be done on a cash basis or on a deferred payment. Moving on to the common issues found in Murabahah and how do the Sharia scholars solve them. One of the main issues with Murabahah is that it sometimes resembles a conventional interest-based lending, which contradicts the objectives of Sharia. So this occurs when banks set a fixed profit margin based on the payment period, making it appear similar to interest. Since payments are often made in monthly installment, the transaction may function more like a disguised loan rather than a genuine trade, which blurs the line with riba, which is strictly prohibited in Islam. So, to avoid this, Sharia scholars emphasizes on the strict adherence to Murabahah core principles. So they require the banks to take actual ownership of the asset before selling it to the customers. Furthermore, scholars also prohibit increasing the profit due to payment delays, as this would mimic interest. So, another major issue in Murabahah is the lack of true ownership transfer. In some cases, the bank does not take physical or legal possession of the asset before selling it to the customer. So instead, the customer is appointed to buy the asset directly, sometimes even in their own name, while the bank simply finances the transaction. So this structure allows the bank to avoid any real risk or responsibility, making the sale resemble a conventional loan with a fixed profit rather than a genuine trade. So how do the Sharia scholars solve this issue? So basically, the Sharia scholars emphasizes that for Murabahah to remain Sharia compliant, the bank must first take full ownership of the asset before reselling it. So this ensures that the bank bears real risk such as damage or loss during its ownership period, which is a key principle in Islamic finance. So another major concern in Murabahah financing is the lack of cost transparency. So banks may include hidden fees or extra charges such as processing or administrative fees without clearly disclosing them to the customer. So these costs are often bundled into the sale price, making the true cost of the transaction unclear. So in some cases, these added charges can resemble riba, which is strictly prohibited in Islam. So to ensure Sharia compliance, all costs must be fully disclosed and the profit margin clearly broken down. So any fees charged should be transparent, reasonable, and directly related to the transaction itself. So, to conclude, Murabahah aims to be a Sharia-compliant trade, but in practice, it often resembles conventional loans due to lack of real ownership, hidden fees, and fixed profit margins. So, to stay true to Islamic principles, banks must ensure genuine ownership, risk sharing, and full transparency. That is all from me. Thank you.